everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my Luck of the Irish Live Model Horse Show placings video, and I brought around 60 horses, so you're going to have to bear with me. I am super excited to say that I believe almost all of them placed except for a handful of them, which I'm very, very proud of. Also, don't mind my cat, she's helping me with the video. And I believe I brought around, I think, like I said, 60 horses, and I came back with 27 NAN cards. So that's almost about half. So I'm very, very happy about that. And I'm gonna stop blabbering and we'll just jump right into it. Okay, so I am gonna start with my Peter Stone since it's the division that I've been working on placing a bit better in. And I've been working really hard at finding new breeds for my models and just trying some different ones out. I'm actually going to start with my 3 buns right here. So this is my gray DAH bunny, and she placed first in collectability and she got a 5th in breed. So I am pretty happy with that because there were quite a lot of models in the draft stone class. So I'm happy with it for sure. And this is my first time showing this gal, so I'm very, very proud of how she ended up doing. And then next, this is another DAH bunny. This is my glossy Palomino with the plated mane and tail, and she got a 2nd place in collectability, which I'm really fascinated how DAHs win in collectability, just because I didn't bring her any documentation for that, but I am not mad about it. And then my Hail Mary ended up getting a 6th in breed, and I showed her as a Sugarbush Harlequin draft mare, and I think that works for her. So very, very happy with how my thick girlies did this weekend. So this is my buckskin DAH-ish, and this guy has an interesting story. He was actually a body when I got him, but I had been looking for this exact variation of ish with the windswept mane and tail in the buckskin. And I didn't want to get one through stone because it's so expensive. So I ended up getting him repaired, and my repair artist did a fantastic job. So he placed first in breed and he got a 4th in collectability, which I could not be happier with. And I'm so, so happy that he is showing and he isn't a body anymore. He's not all beat up. So couldn't be happier with him, definitely. And then next we have Toe. So Toe did amazing. He got first in breed in the paint class, and he got a 3rd in collectability, and he's just amazing. I love this horse so much. Appy DAH-ish. I am obsessed with this horse. I am really, really picky with my ishes, and he's just so gorgeous. He got a 4th in collectability and a 4th in breed. So my little weanling here, named Party Girl, got a 4th in collectability and a 2nd in breed. She did really, really well. And my DAH Glossy Arabian Yearling, I'm obsessed with this horse. This horse is one of my favorites in my collection. She got a 3rd in collectability and a 6th in breed. And the last of this group that I'm going to show here before I get the next group out, this is my mule. So she did really, really well. She got a 2nd place in breed and collectability, and she isn't perfect. She has some small little marks right there, but that was on her offside, so couldn't be happier. This is my Irish Cob, and I am so obsessed with this horse. I still cannot believe that I actually own this horse. It blows me away. So she got a 1st in breed and a 3rd in collectability. Her rough name is Rubenza. I think she's like one of 25 or 24 or something, and I'm obsessed with this model. I cannot get over her. Any way, shape, or form, cannot believe that I own her. And then this is a DAH Palouse. She's this super deep, like red chestnut. Really, really well done. And she got a 2nd in breed and a 4th in collectability. Oh my gosh. Again, love this guy. This guy actually came to me from a trade, and the woman who traded me him said that he was currently getting repairs. So she was just going to get her repair lady to just ship him directly from getting his repairs to me, so the trade lady didn't even see what he looked like. And the woman who did his repairs, I'm gonna go ahead and call her a scammer because she did a horrific job. I have a previous video about repair models, and you can see how poorly repaired he was. He looked awful. It literally looked like the repair artist just took a best guess at the paint matches and slapped them on him and even added on some marks. So I had to get him re-repaired. And I'm so happy that he's restored to what he's supposed to look like, because he got a 1st in breed and a 5th in collectability. This is Torino. Just an absolutely stunning model. And then this is the OF name for this guy is Seeing Red. And he got a 2nd place in breed and collectability in the Part Arabians class. I'm super duper happy with how he did. Everyone loves this guy. He's very eye-catching for sure. My little Earl Grey got 1st in breed and 3rd in collectability, which I was not expecting at all because he's not like super uncommon or rare, but he's really pretty, so go him. And then this is my Hampton, and he got a 2nd in collectability and a 5th in breed. My DAH Palomino got a 3rd in breed and a 4th in collectability. And I love this guy. He's so gorgeous. He's very like, every show I bring him to, he gets like 3rd or 4th. It's like his spot, but I don't care. He's gorgeous. And I mean, he's placing, like that's all that matters, honestly. So now we're gonna move on to Breyer. I am gonna focus on my draft placings right now. We're gonna begin at the top up here with all of my Georgs. So this is my BreyerFest 2022 Glossy Rainish draft. So he got a 4th in collectability and a 6th in breed. Then my Honey Bear got a 4th in breed, and I'm just so happy this guy's placing because normally he does not place for me, and I love him so much. My Oak got a 4th in breed as well, and this is this guy's 1st placing for sure, and I worked really hard on his breed, and I have like the most perfect reference photo for him. Like it looks exactly like him. And then we have my Premier Club Jorg. So he got a 3rd in collectability and a 5th in breed. This is my Glossy Summer. He placed 5th in collectability. I might need to look at a new breed for him. He's a bit tricky. Then we have, this one was a real surprise to me. So this is my Glossy Spring. I decided to bring him very last minute because I had brought so many drafts. And on a whim, I had my, I think it was my European draft class was super duper full. So I wanted to put him in the British Isles draft class, and I tried him as a Clydesdale, and he manned. He got 2 2nd places in collectability and breed, and I'm very proud of that. So he's a Clydesdale now. And then I brought my lovely little Cheerio, and I know that this mold isn't super competitive, you know, because it's vintage, but I don't care. I love this horse so much. So she got a 4th in collectability, which I will take. I'm just so happy she got a placing. I adore this model so much, and she's just so well done. Lastly, we have my Glossy Wells. He got a 5th in collectability, and again, I'm showing him as a Gypsy Vanner for now, and I might look at switching his breed because I'm not sure if that works for him. So if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. I feel like he might be too tall for Gypsy Vanner. I'm not sure, but I've seen a lot of other people have success showing him as a Vanner, so who knows, but he's never placed before, and I'm just happy he got something this time. I almost forgot to include this gal with my draft placings because she's a foal. I didn't know whether to put her in there or not, but so she is my only Breyer OF foal that I show, and this is my Creamsicle, and she got a 3rd in breed, and I'm very proud of her because she is a vintage mold and she beat out a lot of the newer sculpts, so yay for her. Okay, this grouping is a little bit random. I'm trying to show you guys their placings like in a coherent kind of nice way, but I don't have a ton of Spanish breeds, and I don't have a ton of Arabs or part Arabs, and I have one Lonely Morgan, so they're all kind of getting put in a little miscellaneous clump. But this is my 70th anniversary Andalusian. Yeah, I believe he's a Collectors Club Gambler's Choice from a few years ago, and he got a 5th in collectability. This is my Caliente, and he got a 6 in breed and a 6 in collectability. Yeah, he's gorgeous. This is my Rhea, who never disappoints me. Even with the shoulder issue, she always places. She has never not placed for me. So she got a 2nd in breed, which is awesome. It's the highest she's ever placed. And then this is my 75th proud Arabian mare. She got 3rd in breed and collectability, and I'm so proud of her because she did not place last year. So I think I did a better job on her documentation. Like, I fixed it up. I added some better photos in there. So the man, the myth, the legend himself, my Hamilton Destroyer, but he was the only Morgan at the entire show in Briar. I was blown away. I could not believe that he was the only one there, and it's a bit different because normally the saddlebreds, the Morgans, the Tennessee walking horses, Missouri Foxtrotters, they were all looped into one class before, but now they're starting to separate those in Canada. So this was the first time he showed just by himself. He actually just had a Morgan class, and he was the only one there. He had no competition, and it kind of bummed me out because he's such a good shower and I wanted him to have some good competition. Okay, next we're gonna dive into my stock horses. So on the top left here, we have my Cash, who I'm really proud of. He got 3rd in the quarter horse gelding/stallions class, and I forgot his documentation. Him and my custom Palouse, I forgot their documentations, and I'm like kicking myself for it. Oh, and another exciting guy that you'll see later, I also forgot his documentation, but you'll see him a bit later. But yeah, he did really well. Next, my Bobby Joe, she got a 4th in collectability and a 3rd in breed. And I still can't believe I own this horse. Like, she's so gorgeous. And then my Kendall, who this girl only gets 2nd places. It is so awesome. She's like the queen of 2nd places, and she always gets her Nan cards, and she's such a good show horse. Next, we have Hobo, and Hobo I brought to his first show last year because if you noticed, he has some ear tip rubs and even some on, like one on his forelock. Really, he either wins his class or he gets 2nd. So I'm very proud of him. And even if he has rubs, I'm bringing him to every show. And then my Rico got 4th in collectability and 4th in breed, which I'm super happy about. I showed him as a Mustang. And then my Santana, who I only got I think 2 weeks before the show, he got a 3rd in breed as a paint gelding/stallion. So now we're gonna get into my sport/thoroughbreds/other light horse breeds. So up here, this is my glossy loose mane and tail Beau. And before I brought him, I actually fixed his mane that was lifted pretty badly. So I fixed it, and he ended up placing 3rd in breed. So I think that made a big difference because he's never placed before, and I think it was the lifting mane. So I'm really happy I could fix that. My Chadwick, who this horse has never placed before, ever. And this time he got a 4th in collectability and a 2nd in breed. So I'm super happy with that. I show him as an Akelteke. If anyone wants to try it themselves, go for it. Then I have my Crane, who this is his first show I brought him to, and he got a 1st in collectability and a 6th in breed. And this was the first show I was at where they were doing sectional champs, and I'm kicking myself because I missed his callback for his sectional champ for collectability, so I will never know because he might have won that. So I'm really mad at myself for missing that. And then my only classic, my little classic Secretariat guy, he got a 3rd in collectability, and he looked so funny up there with all of the traditionals. He was just trying his best against the traditionals. And then this is my glossy Landler, this guy's one of my favorites in my collection. He's so gorgeous. He got a 4th in breed, and I'm just really happy that he's been placing. Next, my Cedric, who he got a 6th last time I showed him, and I almost didn't bring him because I was running out of room. But at the very last minute, I brought him, and he got a 2nd place in breed. So I'm super happy, and he's just gonna keep coming with me from now on because he's so awesome. Next, this is my Via Latia, and I know a lot of people show her as a standard bred, but I actually show her in other light Pure as an Italian trotter. So she got a first in breed and a fifth in collectability, which is amazing. And the reason I chose that breed is because the real horse she's based off of is an Italian trotter. So I thought I would try it, and I'm really, really happy it paid off for me. Next, my Favela. So she got a third in collectability, and I showed her as a British sport horse, but I think I might change her breed. I do really like this for her, the British sport horse, but she is very light, so I do think she would make a good thoroughbred. And then my Bee's Knees got a fourth in collectability and a third in breed, and I'm so happy. I've been waiting to show this horse for like 2-3 years now, and I got her repaired, and I'm just really happy to see how she's doing. Okay, so these are kind of my like other animal / long ear placings that I'm gonna go through. So first we have my Winifred, who this is the first show I brought her to, and she got a third in breed, which I'm really, really happy with, honestly. And then the man, the myth, the legend himself, this is Kevin Bacon, who my mom is his #1 supporter. She is obsessed with him. So he got a second place in breed in other animals, which I don't know if you guys know, but Canada, we're very competitive in the other animals division. And then this is my zebra, who got a second place in breed and a second place in collectability. So I'm super duper pumped about that. It's her first show ever, and that's quite a way to kick it off. Okay, so these are all of my customs that I showed this time around, and this is a new kind of division for me. Normally I only show Breyer traditionals and Peterstones and sometimes minis. I actually did not show minis this show because it was a bit more competitive, bigger show, and the last time I tried showing minis at this show, I forgot almost all their classes because I was so stretched thin between running around with like Breyer OF and Peterstone OF. So I just decided to opt out of it, and instead I brought a few customs along with me. And this guy right here is a Breyer porcelain on the Clydesdale mold, and he originally comes in a bay, but he got first in breed and collectability, and unfortunately, he had no competition. He was the only one in his class, so I mean, these are kind of like giveaway Nan cards, but I'm not complaining. I mean, he's only ever placed first or second for me, so he's still keeping his streak. And then this is my little Flitwick resin. He got a first in breed. I showed him as a new forest pony, and I'm so obsessed with this little dude. He's the only artist resin I have. I have another, like a 3D print, so I guess he's an artist resin, but like, well, he classifies as an artist resin, but he's like a real artist resin, but so super proud of him. And then this is my custom Palouse that I rescued from an older collector who was really trying to downsize her collection, and she was in really, really bad shape. So she went to a repair artist and she got a fourth in breed, but I feel like she could have placed higher, but I forgot her documentation at home. Not even at home, I forgot to print it. So I feel like she would have done way better if I brought her documentation, but that's on me. So hopefully next time around she does a bit better and I won't be a total doofus and forget her cards. Before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to show what I got at the show. I didn't go too crazy this time just because I was really in the zone, but I got a BreyerFest 2013, I think it's a special run or store special. This is Ryder, I believe, and I've never owned one on this mold before, but I do need a saddlebred, and he's very handsome, and he's glossy gray, so I feel like I couldn't say no. He does have a really bad warped leg, but that's not a problem. I can fix it with a heat gun or blow dryer. Totally fine. And then this guy, this is Paish Merle, I believe, and he was in the raffle, and I just like for fun put some raffle tickets in for him because I think this mold is really, really charming and sweet. And I actually ended up somehow winning him. And it's really funny that this happened. I feel like I need to go buy a lotto ticket or something because the week before I went to the show, I had a work event and I won AirPods in the work event raffle. So I need to go buy a lotto ticket or something because I never win raffles. Like, I won one once when I was like 9, and that's it. Like, I do not win raffles. I don't win them. So, but yeah, these are the guys I picked up at the show, and well, technically I only bought him, but I won him, which is I think even more exciting. Okay, so I saved my best placing for last, and this is my DAH Peter Stone Andalusian, and I named him Maximus. He got a first in breed and a third in collectability, and funny thing, I brought him up to the table and I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot to print his documentation. There were 3 horses that I brought that I forgot to bring their documentation because I forgot to print them. So I felt really stupid and I thought, okay, he's gonna place lower. That's fine. But he won the class. And then I put him back on the table for callbacks. And my goal with this show was I really wanted to come home with a rosette. That is just, I just wanted one. I didn't care what division it was. Even if I didn't come home with one, I would still be super happy. The show is just for fun, right? Like you're supposed to see friends and enjoy it. So of course it's not about that, but that was just a personal goal I had. And I brought up 8 of my stones for callbacks and he took reserve champion. I'm so proud of him. This is my first time getting a rosette in Peter Stone. My next goal is to get one in OF Briar, which is, it feels so impossible because it's super competitive, but I couldn't be happier. And my really close hobby friend and real life friend, Miley, we kind of made like a joke, like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cool if one of us got reserve and one of us got champ? And she got champ. So she got a rosette as well. And I could not be happier. It was such a fun day, such a fun show. I would like to shout out to everyone who helped make it happen. The host of the show, Alyssa, and everyone who just contributed. It was so much fun, and I had a blast. And it was just even more fun to be there with one of my closest friends, and as well as my mom came along too. So that's it for this video, but thank you so much for watching. My next show is in mid-August, so stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.